locked into another edition of Infinite Vibes, provided by Taste and Dash Radio. I'm Moran, the man. Got DJ B-Lex and D-Lou in the building.
What's happening?
Ladies, we are in the presence of somebody that's just a full-blown Renaissance man. It was actually DJ B-Lex who had the bright idea to bring her to the show. Why don't you go ahead and introduce him?
Man, we got the king, Young MDK.
Hey,
what's
clap
up?
it up for Jay Young in
Got him in the building.
Yes, Sirski. And in typical showing love to artist form, we got to acknowledge that he came early. He was on time. He was on time. Yes, sir.
Shout that out.
He was on time. That shit matters.
You out here making moves.
I was on time too.
Oh,
I said it was gonna start at a certain time, and it started at that time, so that's dope.
Absolutely.
How you feeling, King?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I mean, despite everything that's going on in the world, I feel good. I can't complain. I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm working still. I'm actually working more, so it's just like God is good.
That is a blessing.
Yeah. Working more during the pandemic. Look at that.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, despite, everything that's going on, we know that you got a lot of things that you're doing. Let's really start from the beginning. Who is Jay Young? How did you get introduced to this industry? Tell us your rundown.
The beginning, first of all, before I moved to Atlanta, I lived in California.
Okay. Is that where you from, or you moved?
California, New York, I'm I'm like a military baby that never been, my parents wasn't in the military though, you know what I mean? But I identify with Atlanta because majority of my life is Atlanta. So I moved to Atlanta going into high school. I went to Grady High School.
Okay. And
before that, I played football and I played basketball. And if you would have asked me what I was going to do then, I was going to the NFL. There was no doubt in my mind about it. And I always did music, but I didn't take it seriously. But I took it serious when I moved to Atlanta because I became ineligible to play, because when you move from one state to the next, you can't play. You got to sit out for a year if you move during the school year.
That's trash.
So
it is trash because you lose credits and all that.
So the
retarded.
fact that happened, I missed the deadline, so I couldn't play that year. So that made me go a little more into music. And then I just so happened to be freestyling at lunch at Grady High, and everybody was like, "Oh, you can rap." And then I started battling everybody at the school, and I was beating everybody because I used to battle rap first.
Yeah.
That was my first thing. I had no songs. It was just I'll write, but I only wrote battle raps. You know what I mean? So long story short, I ended up. Everybody was like, "Damn, you dope. You should go up to the radio station. They got a freestyle battle going on." And that was at 107.9 at the time. So I went up there. I ended up battling everybody. I ended up winning. And then within a couple months of living in Atlanta, I'm now the freestyle champ of
that sounds like Atlanta.
And you were still in high school.
Yeah. In high school.
That's some Atlanta shit for you. That's some Atlanta shit
in high
for you.
school. And that was wait, maybe this is my calling. I didn't, I'm like, oh shit, what? So that's how it was. That was the beginning. That was my just start when it came to music. Okay. And then so many things happened since then.
Right.
But that was the initial oh, this is what I want to do.
Right.
Or this may be for me.
You a mogul now.
Dope.
That's how I look at it. When you do multiple things, you really just getting into your bag of yourself. Because we were put on this earth to do multiple things. I don't believe in just doing one thing. But when we play sports, because I was an athlete myself, we get conditioned to think that, oh, this is the only way out. This is the only way we're going to, nah. God going to make sure you understand that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I feel the same way when it comes to, of course, I rap, I sing, I act, I direct, I produce.
Right.
I try to do everything.
What doesn't he do?
I try to do, and then having a mentor like Jamie Foxx, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's
shameless plug.
I'm saying looking up to him. It's what don't he do? You know what I mean?
He
does
everything.
Yes, he does.
And not only do he do it, he's great at it. It's the difference between doing it and being at the top of your game as a singer, at the top as an actor, at the top as playing the piano, at the comedy.
Right.
It's just how do you?
Now he's about to be Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a movie dropping actually this Friday too called Power. They filmed that in New Orleans. It was dope. I was on the set of that, and I got a chance to see everything that they put into it, and it was super dope. So that's gonna be on Netflix on Friday.
Yeah, I love how he took you under his wing, because a lot of people don't know that stem from experience here in Atlanta with you being on set.
Yeah, talk about how did you meet
elaborate
Jamie?
on that. Yeah.
I met Jamie Foxx, like she said,
At Magic City. No,
at Magic City. You know what I mean? I gave him some ones.
He gave Jamie some money.
I gave him some money, and then he owed me a favor, and he had to do. Yeah. Now I met him on a movie set of a movie called Sleepless, which is him, T.I.'s in that movie. It's a few other people, but at the time I was running around and I was doing a lot of movie extra work, just trying to. I wasn't even concerned with really being an actor. It was just more so like showcasing my music to people. I just figured like, okay, it's a fan base within these movie sets because you got 200 and 300 movie extras or whatever. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna play them my music, and then besides that, you got famous actors that's gonna be there. You got directors. I'm looking at it from like that standpoint too. Like maybe someone could discover me through that as well. So yeah, I ended up meeting him on the set of Sleepless. I let him hear my music. It's a way longer story than that, but I let him hear my music eventually. He thought it was dope. I asked him, could he play it out loud? He said he was going to play it out loud or whatever. So he had the mic. I was like, well, can I introduce it? And I ended up just taking the opportunity. And once the music came on, I just performed. It went crazy. Wow. And then from there, that was how our relationship started. And then besides that, he thought I looked like Tupac and Kobe, so he wanted me to.
Was he roasting on you?
Yeah, he was roasting me. He was calling me Tupac Bryant.
Oh, that's funny.
So that was our original thing. Was he wanted me to go out for the Tupac movie?
Right.
So I ended up flying out to L.A. to audition to play Tupac, and I ended up staying at his house, and then he took me down there, and it was just crazy, and I got runner-up for that movie, and then that opened up the opportunity to actually be in that movie, so I was in that movie as Hussein Fatal of the Outlaws, and then I ended up playing Tupac in like 3 other things, and it's just been like, it's been crazy.
That's what's up.
That was just the beginning of our relationship, and then it just grown, and then this album right here, Now or Never.
Now or Never.
Yeah, shameless plug.
Yeah, so Now or Never, he executively produced this album, and this was the album, and even shout out to Jalen Smith and all that too, because they was all a part of the campaign.
Shout out to Jalen. Great visual guy out here in ATL.
So I put him under my wing, and we just started working, and this whole campaign, we said that I was like, this is going to be the one to change my life and everybody else's life, and it definitely did that. And that started right here. That was before I even went to LA or anything. It was just right here in Atlanta. Man, we about to go with this Now or Never campaign. It started spreading, and it got me to the next step, which was LA. And then I was performing everywhere in LA, Delilah's, which is Drake's club. Every hot spot in LA, I performed with Jamie, and we pushed Now or Never, and it just opened up even more doors.
Right.
So,
because to me, it sounds like the real theme of like all your stories is you really took advantage of all your opportunities. Like, you know, that's the thing with life. You always have to take advantage of the opportunity, and you always have to, like, the way I look at life is like one thing always get me to the next thing. Like, I'm never like, I don't need it all in one day. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go hard with this, and then that's going to open the door for the next thing. Then I'm going to go hard with that. It's going to open the door, and it's going to open the door. And now I'm looking up, and a lot of doors are opening. And now, thank God, like, a lot of people are coming to me.
Right.
I'm not, like, beating down everybody's door. I'm still beating down doors, but I'm saying, like, a lot of people beating down my door, too, with opportunity.
Yeah. So you got the upper hand. You know, you created leverage for yourself.
Yeah, creating leverage and create value. Create value. That's what I always tell people. Like you know, like I work for free on a lot of things or whatever. I just want to create my value, because if I go hard, you're gonna need me.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna need me. Facts. If you get next to Will Smith or anybody and you're like working for free, you going hard, and he start depending on you, like, you know, your value is gonna be there. He's gonna offer you a check, or if you're gonna go somewhere else, they'll be like, wait a minute, relax.
Right.
Let me keep you here. What is it gonna take to keep you here? So
how do you know? Because I'm not even gonna flex. Like when I'm familiar with you and your brand, but I didn't know that Jamie Foxx was your mentor. Like, you know, my co-host brought that to my attention, but somebody else would have let everybody know. Like, oh, I'll be with Jamie Foxx every day. You know what I'm saying? So how do you separate, you know, well, I can only imagine what it's like being in a room with a bunch of celebrities. And
Right.
you're the one that's on your way up. So how do you stay sane in them environments? Like, how is it?
It's crazy because
Jamie Foxx ain't no, like, we
he
love
an
Jamie.
A-lister.
Like,
It's
he
a
ain't
different
no.
ballgame.
Like,
Yeah, it's like that's
he
what I
got
felt.
security guards. Like,
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's a different ball game. Even just
Right.
being around him, the experiences, like being around, I'm able to like be with like a Leonardo DiCaprio and people like that. That's just like
That's
damn, that's
legends.
crazy. And like chilling with them, drinking with them, talking, and like you said, being the only person that's not as big as them. But I just look at people as people,
Right.
and we all the same. Like tomorrow you could be the biggest thing in the world.
Facts.
Especially someone like Jamie, because he's so humble and he's so real that it don't feel like you with a celebrity. Although I'm looking like, damn, this is Jamie Foxx. Like I grew up, like idolizing him as a kid and looking at the Jamie Foxx show and looking at Living Color with my mom when I was a baby. Like I remember
Right.
all of that stuff. So to be right there with him, it's crazy, but it's just like, man, I feel like I belong. I feel like
You
I
feel like you
belong.
deserve it.
Yeah, I know I deserve it. And I feel like I belong, and I'm also a student of the game. I'm a fly on the wall. I admire these people, and I look at what they do, and like in certain environments, like how are they with their kids? How did he handle all the pressure of all the people around him and keep the team strong? And like I just pretty much be around and just be a student. Although I'm a part of the team as well, it's just like I'm looking at that and just being a student of the game and just like, and just being and happy to be a part of it.
Right, because you
It's
keep
a
saying,
blessing.
you keep emphasizing the word student. So to me, that lets us know that just because you're in these positions, you still don't know everything.
Not
Right.
at all.
Right.
He been doing it for the longer than I've been alive. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
That's
Like we had Sean
successfully.
Garrett last week, and we said he's been a star our entire lives.
You see what I'm
Literally.
saying?
Our entire lives.
Entire life. So when it's people like, I feel like you just never stop being a student of the game. You could always learn something new.
Facts.
Like half of the stuff that I do is like I've learned through someone else. How else am I gonna direct something? You know what I mean? I didn't grow up with aspirations of being a director. But it's just things that I picked up along the way by learning. If I sat here and I paid attention with you guys, and I learned something about radio. You know what I mean? So you always have to be a student of the game.
So did your
Always.
inspiration from the directing standpoint, did it come from being around Jamie on the movie sets or just being on movie sets?
No, just so I named my company Before I Go Hollywood like 9 years ago.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, Before I Go Hollywood. I always knew the bigger picture. Even now, this is just like out of 1 to 10, I'm at like a 3. You know what I mean? Like for where I'm trying to go. So I already know what I want to do. It's just like it's hard to tell people. You just have to like do it in a plan, and have your plan and move your pieces until it like forms a house or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
So that's something I always knew I wanted to do because I've always had the vision. Like every time I shot my music videos, like I always tell them exactly what I want, like this, and then I want that, and then I want it like this. That's a form of directing.
That is.
That's what directing is, too, as well. Sorry. So I always just like, even when I write my songs, you'll notice my songs are very. If you close your eyes, they're vivid. You can see everything I'm saying. Like if I'm talking to a girl, you could feel it, you could see it. Like
Right.
that's like a part of like painting that picture.
Right.
So I've always knew I wanted to do that. I want to do I want to. It's like, let's say like a basketball player, a football player that play multiple positions. It's like sometimes they put you're a wide receiver, but what if you could be a wide receiver? You could be a running back, a quarterback, and you could kick off return. If you could do all of these things, like I want to be on a team or with the people that allow me to do that,
Right.
to be the best me. Period. Instead of being like, oh, you do this, and this is the generation of that.
Facts.
This is a generation of the slash.
Like, we
nobody
live in the
does
era-
one thing anymore.
Right, we live in an era where, because you got to think, like, and we've had these conversations, it's like people like Jamie and Pharrell and Kanye, like they came from the era where if you produce, you got to produce.
You're a producer.
You got to produce.
That was
today.
that was Kanye's struggle,
Like,
trying to get
right.
over the producing. Like, no, but I rap, and it was like, nah,
We don't
I
wanna
don't
hear
want to
that.
hear that.
Like, even with
Or
Jamie,
them
like,
beats.
if you're a comedian. So
Right.
be funny. No,
Right.
I can sing too. I can
Right.
act, you know.
Right.
Right.
So that's real.
Mhm.
I say that to say like it's
They
a lot
open those doors.
right. A
Right,
lot of
they
people
did.
They
died
open
so
those
we could
doors.
live. You know.
Yeah,
A lot of
they
people died.
they
so we
open
could live.
those doors. They had to go through it, but now everybody they expect you to do more than one thing now.
Right.
Sure.
If you just do one thing, they're like, "Oh, that's it."
Yeah, you're
That's
absolutely
that's
right.
where it's going
It's not
now.
valuable no more.
Yeah, you're not
The value is if I can get you to do 5 things for the price of one.
right,
That's the business mindset when you think about it. When you think about business,
right,
like these companies are hiring people that are doing multiple things,
Multiple
but paying
things.
them one price.
Yeah.
exactly. More for the buck.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, what are some other goals for you? Because, I mean, clearly you appreciate your journey. Like, do you want to get a Grammy before an Oscar? Like, what are some things that you just...
I'm not. I really don't care about the Grammy, the Oscar thing. I want as many accolades as I could get, but I just feel like my main thing is just being successful, what I consider successful, and having my family good. Like, you know, I got a daughter, I got my mom, making sure that we financially good, making sure all my people around me, my team, making sure they financially good to where we could just do whatever we want to do. You know what I mean? Just enjoying the work that I do and then just being good. That's my main thing. And living out my full purpose, like at its highest ability, and really just leaving it all on the floor. Like if it was basketball, like just you know when you like exhausted, or you know when the game is over, or when you done working out, and it's just like, oh, when you got energy still, you know you ain't go as hard as you could have went. And
Right.
I don't want that. I want to go as hard as I could go. I want to be like when I get off, when I'm done with everything, and then I know I did what I was supposed to do.
Right.
And,
That makes
and
sense.
I'm good with that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like fail or succeed, I'm gonna succeed regardless. But I'm good with that, and that's really my goal with everything. Yeah, I'm gonna have new dreams and aspirations daily. Sometimes it's things that I never thought of. It's like people bring it to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. You know, marketing or branding. Like people come to me based off of what I've done with my brand to do it for their brand. So it's just so many opportunities out here if you just open your eyes bigger than just like what you do, and you just think
Exactly.
like, oh wait, I did this for me. Somebody had paid me to do it for them.
Facts.
So I've spent all these hours and time like working on Instagram posts and making sure the caption was good and making
Facts.
sure this and that. People pay for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like opening your mind. But yeah, I don't know where it's gonna take me. I know what my goals is and where I'm headed, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
as the opportunity come, it's just about being prepared for it.
Facts.
For whatever you put it on my plate. If I'm gonna get a check, I'm gonna figure it out.
100%.
Put it on my plate, I'm gonna get it.
Big bar.
I love that.
He ain't fumbling no bags now.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah, that feels
We
like
not
that really
fumbling the
registered
bag.
with you, D-Lou.
Yeah. I'm all about that. You gotta opportunities everywhere.
Right.
It's abundance everywhere. I mean, we have 1,000,001 trees. You know what I'm saying? Just even
Right.
that just shows how much abundance is just everywhere.
Right.
So
Right.
you looking at every opportunity and taking advantage of every opportunity, I salute you, because you'd be surprised. Like a lot of people don't do that, or you don't hear that
Right.
often.
Right.
Like you said, it's just like this one thing. Like I got to do this. This has to be my way out.
And then a lot of people are perfectionists as
another
well
one,
too.
yeah.
That sometimes get in the way of a lot of people's journey or hustle or
Right.
making it happen. Like they so focused on this have to be the greatest. It's like the Dr. Dre Detox album or something that
I don't even want it now.
never came out. You get what I'm saying?
I don't even want it no more.
Right.
You
Get
don't
out
want it
your
no
head.
more. Like
Yeah.
you take so long. Like I feel like what separate me from a lot of people right now is I'm just like, even with the new campaign, 50 songs, 50 weeks. So I'm releasing 50 songs within 50 weeks. That, like Now or Never was the campaign. I was like, okay, this gonna take me to LA, and it did exactly that. Right. I feel like the 50 songs, 50 weeks. That's the campaign that's gonna take me to the next level nationally.
So
And
wait, 50 songs. So every week you dropping a record.
every week I've been releasing a record. We at number 23.
Yep.
We at number 23 right now, and that's not including features. That's like I got like 12 features out too. That's not including
Like
that.
he's working.
So
y'all.
wait.
He's working.
Yeah, we going.
Are these like every week? You
Dilu mind blown, y'all.
Every single week, I'm releasing a brand new original record with me, just me.
Man.
That, and then like
That's
I said,
smart.
and then doing the features.
We salute
So I figured,
That's work ethic.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm a person that really love what I'm doing, so I love the work. I love the work. Like I'm not the person that's like, oh, I gotta go to. Like I love it. Like I love doing everything that I do.
Right.
Like I just really love it.
Hey.
So yeah, we're doing 50 songs. I'm releasing. I'm at 23. We shooting. I got like 12 videos done too within that. I'm trying
When
to
you
get
sleep?
a video. Bro, I don't.
When you
Man.
Jalen asked Jalen, he'd be like, bro, you a monster.
No, for real.
He'd be like, bro.
I know you be working him.
Like, do you ever?
I'm working
Because
them.
he's doing every cover. Like,
Yeah.
he done did every cover. That's 23 covers.
So like
So
with your
far,
inspiration,
wow.
your inspiration for 50 songs, like where do you find that inspiration to never run out of things to say?
I feel like 50 songs, and I got way more than 50 songs. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. I'm dropping albums. I'm like, I want to really, like I said, put it all out there. For so long, even with me, like back in the day, I know I will record 1 million songs and they just sitting on my drive. Like we love it right then and there, and then we don't put it out, and then it get old to us.
Right.
And then we get to the next thing, and then get old to us.
Right.
But now my motto is just,
Put it out.
I know it's hot.
Put it
I know
out.
this shit hot. Like I'm so confident in my music and everything now. I don't have to. I know it's hot. So if I like it, it's going out.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And then it don't. It may not be for everybody. And it's a way to showcase all of my musical abilities, because
Right.
before that, everybody knew me as a rapper. Like he raps. They don't know I could sing. They
You
don't know
melodic with
any
it
of
now.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay, let me show you what I could do, and that just brought so many more opportunities now, because people like, damn, I didn't know you could sing.
Right.
Oh, I didn't. Damn, you wrote that song too? Well, we got this artist over here signed at Atlantic, and we need writers for her. Can you send us some? It just
Send an
opened.
invoice.
Right. It just opens so many more opportunities.
Yeah.
Just the more you do and the more that you could just put it out there. It's like I advise anybody to do that. If you paint on the side, throw it out there. You just don't know. Someone may see it and be like, how much for this? You may be
Right.
like, I don't know. What would you pay? 10,000, 20. You just don't know what
Right.
what could happen
Right.
unless you do it.
But
You know
that
what I mean?
formula was proven when Lil Wayne, basically, he stated that he actually was an artist that when he recorded, he just was like, all right, we putting it out.
That's it.
Record it, put it out. That's why we got all those mixtapes back in the day for him, because he wasn't thinking about it
trailblazer.
like,
He
oh, I
opened
need
up
to
the
come
door.
out with a
Yeah.
marketing. Like, nah, we think about stuff too
And
much.
that's what
Like,
that's what
just
I
put
used
it
to do
out.
too. It used to be like, first I'm gonna drop this for the streets, and then after that, when I got them, then the girls, we're gonna do the girl record, and then this the international record right here. Like,
You right.
you
And
don't
when
know
then it
what it
turns
may
out,
it may
the
be the
street record
opposite.
becomes the international record.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what they wanted to hear. And the international record, nobody would like it.
Right.
Like you just never know. But it's
Right.
just like that's the way it is. So
Let the
it's
people
like,
choose.
You right.
let the people choose. And then with the way the way that music is consumed now, it's like they don't even have to like all your stuff. Like, okay, I might drop a song and like you like this one and he like that one and you like that one, but I'm still getting playlisted and I'm still in everybody's playlist. It's just a different song.
Right.
And that's the main thing for me, is just to be like out there, soundtrack for each week.
Beautiful.
Like just throw it out there and yeah.
So
And
you
build
that's
up the
fine.
catalog. I'm all about the catalog. I know that right now it's like, okay, he throwing out songs, because I'm not even putting a lot of marketing behind any. It's just boom, throw it out. People are like the numbers are starting to go up. So I see it's working. So I know that by like next year, it's gonna really catch up. It's all about it catching up. Like once
Right.
it's out there and one song go crazy, that's when
everything
you're gonna go. And that's starting to happen with the song I got called "Let's Go to Vegas."
That's the song that's on the charts.
Which is my
That's-
guy, my
Yeah.
guy D Mike. So I came in, worked with him, and we came out with that record. And now that record is going crazy. I knew that was a hit, but I didn't know when it would go or what would happen. And then all of a sudden, it's starting to get on radio, and now we at number 60
He got
on
the media
radio.
base, documents to prove.
Oh yeah, we
his own record.
Yeah, we number 60 on we number 60 now. The song above us is Beyonce. So that's crazy. Like
Black Parade?
Yep.
Wow.
So I'm getting played almost as much as her. Like we the song right below that.
Right.
Yeah, it's on radio and number
I know that
21
record going
on
crazy
college.
in Vegas.
When it do, that was my whole thing. I was telling them, I was like, bro, this is your single. This is the one because it just mean it's a special record because it's Vegas. That could never die. That could be like we could get residencies off of that. That's my goal. Like I'm thinking like, bro, this should be the Vegas theme song to when people come to Vegas.
Right.
We need to cut that type of deal. That's the type of stuff I'm working on.
Right.
You know, we need to cut that Caesar's Palace or that whoever is gonna have us do the residency to come perform that.
Where you at, Floyd? Have them walk your boxes out. Come on, man.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like that's one of those type of records. I know what that is. And that's never gonna get old for Vegas.
Nope.
So I was like, bro, that's a no brainer.
Smart, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna work something out on that too. I got time, but you know, when they open back up, like let's go to Vegas. That's like a commercial.
Man.
You know what I mean? So that's
Great marketing right there.
Yeah.
They gonna utilize it. It's gonna happen.
Just make sure y'all bring us our plaques. But,
We break that record.
turn this up.
So, you know, what else, you know, 2020, you know, I think it's safe to say, you know, globally, this year been a dub, but people like you've been able to stay active, you know, so.
Absolutely, because every time it's a recession, there's new billionaires and millionaires.
It's true.
So when you look at it, and I remember at the beginning when everything was like, it's still not great, right? But I remember when it first started and my mood started dying down, and I still was going hard with the music, but I started buying into the recession thing, right? Which it is a recession, but like I said, if you figure it out, the money is going to come in abundance. You get what I'm saying? So that's the main thing, is to figure it out, because you have to look around and see what's needed, what's necessary. Don't worry about what you used to do. Switch the whole game plan. Like, all right, what's necessary? People selling masks, like, especially if they started at the beginning, they done came up.
All the way.
You know what I mean? Like, if
hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer, gloves. You do gloves, like some cool gloves, like some different ones. Like, people just want to, you know, it's so much money out here. Not just in that, it's just a lot of other things. If you could figure out a way, what do people need?
Right.
Figure out the necessities right now, is because the necessities now is different than a year ago.
For sure.
Right.
But if you figure it out, it's out here.
It is. It's a lot of money to be made out here.
I've been seeing people go crazy. I'm like, it's money out here. I don't know what y'all talking
People going
about.
crazy legally.
Yeah.
You ain't got caught up in them $10,000 loans and grants.
Nah. Everybody hit me. Yeah, everybody. Yo, it's forgivable and this and this, that. It's like, I don't want no loan.
Yeah, I know this.
Right.
I want money.
Right.
I don't want no
You
loan.
want equity?
I want liquid.
Okay, we want that liquid asset?
Yeah, we
Okay,
want
that
liquid.
was
That's it. Like, you know, it's nothing wrong
Period.
with people getting loans. Get it because for our people, we never got nothing.
Right.
We never, they
Get it
never
and
gave us
invest it.
nothing.
Yeah,
gotta
get
be
that
smart,
money and
'cause
Yeah,
invest
they
it.
never gave
We not
us
saying-
nothing. I'm
You
not
don't
saying
pay,
don't get it.
Don't use your
Get
own
it.
money. Get the loan, but
Yeah,
invest.
yeah.
Invest
Exactly.
it.
Right.
Double it. Triple
Do what
it.
you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Get them people their money back.
Yeah.
Have your credit even better than
Yeah.
even when you
Exactly.
started.
Yeah, exactly.
And then do it like that. It's nothing wrong with getting a loan, because
Right.
you rather spend somebody else's money than your
Yeah,
own. But
exactly.
don't get the loan for music or get the loan for a hair salon and be
Right.
spending it on Gucci and Louis.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
That's not what that loan was for, and you're
Yeah.
gonna be broke
Mm-hmm.
with the Gucci and Louis on, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So this man, Jay Young, that came, he done gave us gems on how to make it, how to take advantage of all your opportunities.
Facts.
He done gave us freaking gems on credit.
Yeah.
What else don't you? What else, bro? What
He
else?
said he the Renaissance man.
Golly, bro.
Renaissance.
He done gave us.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm just trying. I'm trying, man.
Nah,
And
you
the way
doing
that y'all talking, I could tell everybody's like educated and everybody's hustlers over here. So I know it's several
You already
things that y'all
know,
do.
yeah.
That's what we
You
on.
could tell by the conversation.
Right.
Absolutely.
Sure, man.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
as a team, collectively, we just want to thank you for coming to our
Yes.
show.
Thank you for coming,
having
Jay.
me.
Thank you
Yes,
for
Nah,
the
real
vibes.
talk. Thank you for having me. This won't be the
gems.
last time.
Oh, no, you gotta
Absolutely
come
not.
back.
Yeah, you coming back.
Growing.
I'm serious. We serious
Yeah.
about our plaques because we definitely finna do what we need to do to play
Man,
this record.
I promise you.
We definitely doing what we need
that's
to do.
nothing for me.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's nothing. That's
So-
nothing. I appreciate the support. So
All love, bro.
you got
for
me.
sure.
Y'all need anything? Shout outs, this, that, drops. Like we do it all.
All
That's
love.
real.
Yeah.
So in closing, because we always just like to just leave just positive energy, positive vibe. What is some advice that you can provide to anybody that's just on the come up trying to get like you, bro?
To anybody on the come up, advice. First, I would say believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. That's the most important thing, right? If you don't believe in yourself, won't nobody believe in you.
Nope.
Right.
Your mom might believe in you, or your cousin, or your girlfriend, or boyfriend, but besides that, that's where it's going to stop. Nobody will believe in you until you believe in yourself. And then there's levels to it, right? Because when you first start, it's like you have to believe in yourself. That's the first person. Then you get the people around you, your mom, your cousin, your friends, and everybody to start believing you. And then it's going to go to the next level where the next, the associates of them start believing in you, and it just spreads and it spreads and it spreads. And then you eventually got a base. That's for whatever you do. It don't have to be music, like a base for selling candles or whatever it is. So I would say believe in yourself. Surround yourself with positive people and with like-minded people. Don't surround yourself with people that's not heading the same direction as you, because either people are going to add to your life or they're going to take away from your life.
Right.
It's very simple. I look at life like that. And you need to get around people you could use, and you need to be a person that could be used. Like, you guys have to use each other. There's nothing wrong with the word use. You use each other to go to the next level.
Right.
Like, if you could do something, marketing or whatever you do, I'm going to use you to get that done. But also, I have to bring something to the table, too. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I could do this, you could do that. Okay. It's a good marriage.
That makes sense.
I would definitely say, definitely do that. You know what I mean? And another thing I would say is stay authentic to your vision. Like, just because it ain't, if you believe in something, stick with it. It's gonna eventually open up. Don't try to chase the next hot thing all the time, because you're gonna, while it's hot, by the time you get in, it ain't gonna be hot no more.
Right.
Most of the times. You might get lucky and catch it, but most times people don't. So I would say, like, if you stay on your course, on your vision, and let it grow, it's gonna manifest. It's gonna blow up. It's no way that it won't work. A lot of life is not as hard as people make it. It's just, I feel like people they're impatient. You know what I mean? Like I told you, 9 years ago, I created Before I Go Hollywood.
Right.
I was not in Hollywood. I literally now live in Hollywood.
That's crazy.
You get what I'm saying?
Stay in Hollywood.
That's where I stay.
Yeah.
The real Hollywood, like where it says address, Hollywood. You know what I mean?
They got gates everywhere.
West Hollywood.
Right.
But you get what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
it's just like, its manifestation is like everything, but you have to stick the course for it to work. That's what people don't understand. Like, you can say it, throw it in the air, but then do the steps that's necessary to make it there.
Right.
Don't just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and you sitting down sleeping and dreaming, and you think it's gonna come to you. It ain't gonna come to you like that.
Right.
Do all the research for anything that you're gonna get into. Like, do the research. Go look at the stories. Like, history always repeat itself.
Always.
You know what I mean? I study the Master P's, the Birdmans, the musically, you know what I mean? I
Right.
study the Jamie Foxxes and all of that, and see what they do, how they do it. It's like a book. It's right here.
It's right there.
All the information that we need is right here. So why make it hard on yourself? Literally, man, this generation, we got YouTube. All we got to do is just go, or Google.
Yeah.
Google and YouTube is like your best friends.
Literally.
Sure.
I
In your
promise. You
back
can learn
pocket.
Spanish. You can do
Right.
anything you want to do.
Yeah, you should
It's
do
right
it.
there.
You said earlier, a lot of people died so we could live.
Absolutely.
It's like Master P did that, so we ain't got to do that.
Exactly.
You know, Hov
Exactly.
did that, so we ain't
Yeah.
got to do that.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, so that's all we got to do, and just empower each other, and for Black people, just stick together more and work with each other more. It's a lot of money, and it's not just money, because I don't base everything on money, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of success. It's a lot of room for everybody. I know Black people, we tend to think it's only one slot, one spot, like only I could be here and only I could do it. It ain't enough room for nobody else to eat, but it's a lot of room. And what I love putting people on. You could ask Jalen. Jalen, no, I'm putting him on now. And not just him, I'm putting everybody on, because that's what Jewish people do, and that's why they never fall off. I know once I get where I'm going, I'll never fall off, because I'm going to put so many people in position that if I fall, they going to catch me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I might not be as high as I once was, but I'll still be able to maintain and be stable and catch a check because Jalen, he could be the next hot thing. You know what I mean? I told him that. Like, I've been working with him for like 2 years. I'm molding him because I told him, like, when it's your time, you out of here.
Oh,
like,
he will be. He's talented.
Very. And I have a lot of people like that around me. You know what I mean? And they're young, and I'm putting them on. And I know that once I fall, or if I fall, then they can help me back up, and we'll never fall because there's too many people that's in position. You just hope that you got the solid people that's solid enough to keep it real on their end.
Right.
But don't not give people opportunities. You know what I mean? If you got this going on, get an intern in here that someone that really want to do what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that because if they hungry enough, they're gonna get it anyways. Like most of the people I work with, it's not that I don't think they're gonna make it. I think they're gonna make it. I'm just gonna show them how to make it faster. Because I did all of the legwork, so I'm going to show you how. I'm going to get you it in a year or 2 years, you know, which is something you may have gotten 5 years. I believe you're going to get it. That's why I'm working with you.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean? So that's what I would say.
That's
it.
Beautiful
Love
words.
it.
Beautiful
Yeah.
words. Yes, clap it up, man. Jay Young, the Renaissance man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get it.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for pulling up to our show. Please give the listeners your social media so they can get in contact with you. And please introduce this record that you want us to play.
This your boy Young MDK, man. Young MDK on all platforms. So literally jyoungmdk.com, Young MDK on Instagram, YouTube. If they create another app, I'll probably be Young MDK on that one too. So make sure you follow me, Young MDK. With this one, I think we gonna start out with Vibe on Me.
Okay.
Some cool vibes. We're gonna do Vibe on Me right now.
All right, let's
It's a
get
good
it.
vibe.
Check out
Vibe
that
on
record.
Me. Check it out. It's up. Infinite Vibes Taste - Radio.